we think it's deserved. We still have another 9% upside to our price target. Stock's moved over 70% year to date. We still think there's a lot of room, and this is based on a sum of the parts analysis. We're effectively 20-year software guys, so we look more at the recurring elements of Amazon's business, and AWS to us looks like a $68 billion business in 2022. And if you put some reasonable multiples just on that business, you come up with 35 to 40% of the market cap being just AWS, which is highly recurring, and companies relying on them to run their businesses. So that gives us great visibility in the business. We think the ad business is another emerging business that's higher margin. It just lets them do things that other retailers can't do, like Walmart and Target.
Yeah. Colin, where are you on the debate about whether or not advertising can supplant maybe even AWS as the solid core growth engine?
Well, there's no doubt that advertising is a tremendous tailwind for the business. But given the nature of Amazon as a retailer, I think they're going to put guardrails around the advertising business that limits long-term growth to some extent. So I would say, and I would agree with Brent, that the cloud services business, the AWS business, probably has greater growth and potential over the longer term.
Brent, I looked earlier in terms of, obviously, it's always been tricky to try to kind of force Amazon into any structured valuation framework, but on a price to sales basis, right, which doesn't look to how much they're harvesting profits, Amazon is now up to where it last was in 2003. In 2003, it was about to grow earnings from $5 billion to $200 billion over 15 years. Is there anything remotely ahead of it that can kind of replicate something like that kind of top line growth, or is it just going to be about the margins getting better and harvesting what they have?
So if you look at their total addressable market, we look at and say there's $40 trillion of addressable market. So we talk about this march to a trillion. The markets they're in today are huge. If you look at just healthcare, it's a $3 trillion market. And again, they're basically just getting involved in that market. So we don't believe that they need to do really anything else to continue this. I think the markets they're in, they're still really, really early. And then you look at the international build out. You look at countries like Australia. I was down there a few months back, and it's really, really early for Amazon in Australia. So I think the biggest concern for Amazon that we have is, are they doing too many things, and are they going to get spread too thin? They have the markets. They just need now to fill those markets out and get greater wallet share.